Jack Armstrong joins us from Boston, and Fred VanVleet stating his case to be a starter after scoring a career-high 34 points in the season opener. Now, if you were Nick Nurse, would you put him in your starting five permanently?
I think it's his best backcourt. I mean, if you look at last year when they won big games and he closed a lot with Kyle Lowry in the backcourt, I think there's tremendous confidence there. I'm sure it'll be fluid some nights based upon matchups and who they're playing, but I think ultimately, I think the best backcourt that they have based upon what I've seen over the last few years is definitely Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet. And Fred VanVleet's playing with such confidence right now. You know, a lot of times it's last impressions are lasting. And you think of how he finished the season a year ago in the NBA Finals, his confidence is at an all-time high, and I really think he's coming into the season just going right at people, which is the way you have to.
Now, Pascal Siakam also had 34 points, 18 boards to go along with that against the Pelicans, a huge opening night for him. Are we witnessing the passing of a torch to Spicy P and Fred as the new faces of this franchise?
Well, I tell you what, these are tremendous young players, and when you look at the fact that Siakam was a 27th pick in the first round out of New Mexico State, not really a basketball school, and Fred VanVleet was undrafted, it speaks volumes about how great a job the Raptors have done in terms of scouting and development. And when you look at the fact that Kyle Lowry and Marcus Gasol are veteran players, even a Serge Ibaka, I think those guys are very comfortable with the fact that Pascal Siakam and a Fred VanVleet take that next step. I think this team is really good. If they can play the way they did on opening night, the Raptors are going to be an incredibly dangerous team on a night-to-night basis in this league.
Okay, let's shift gears a little bit. Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers are off to a great start. First they beat the Lakers, then cruised to a win over the Warriors. What are your first impressions of Kawhi, the Clipper?
He looks terrific. I mean, he's playing with a tremendous pop and explosiveness in his game. And I think just building off of what took place a year ago, you know, he kind of got his health back in order a year ago in Toronto, the load management, and yet he played every playoff game that the Raptors played. So I think he's feeling good physically. He looks great. His explosiveness, he's got a great handle, can shoot the ball from deep, post you up, score at the rim, and of course he's an awesome defender. So when you put it all together, in the first two games, we're seeing the Kawhi Leonard that we saw in the playoffs last year for the Raptors. And if that's the case, and then you get a healthy Paul George back with him, watch out for the Clippers.
Great insight as always, Jack. Thanks for this.